And the case that I posted on the community tab, that speaks to that. This was the case with Anthony Spero, and the main informant, one of the informants testifying, was a federal informant named Jimmy Calandra. And they had a debate, and of course it was let in, but the lawyers were trying to fight the admissibility of the hearsay against Anthony Spero. And I'll read a little section of the article where it highlights that. It says, as the trial wound into its second week yesterday, the two sides once again battled over the admissibility of hearsay statements. Much of Calandra's key testimony against Spero comes from what he was told by Paul Giulino, who was killed allegedly on orders from Spero. Calandra says, for example, that Giulino told him Spero ordered the murder of Louis Tuzio, a mob associate who was fatally shot one day he was supposed to be made, on the day he was supposed to be made. There's a lot of testimony in this trial about rumor and gossip that swirls around the neighborhood, Spero's lawyer Gerald Chagar argued yesterday. We would never, and then the U.S. attorney says we would never be able to convict a mob boss without that kind of evidence. Now think about that. They're considering gossip and hearsay and rumors evidence. If that doesn't concern the average citizen, I don't know what will. If you get a group of people who don't like you and they start inventing rumors, gossip, hearsay, you mean to tell me you could have a problem based on those statements if you become a target? And the answer is yes. If you're a target, they'll use that rumor, that gossip, that hearsay. You have the assistant U.S. attorney saying it directly. We would never be able to convict a mob boss without this kind of evidence. And the evidence he's referring to, the prior paragraph, Gerald Chagar said there's a lot of testimony in this trial about rumor and gossip that swirls around the neighborhood. And that is very concerning. And I dealt with that in the last case. A lot of these informants, they never had a conversation with the defendant. They never spoke to the defendant. They didn't know the defendant. They didn't meet the defendant. They were just giving their account of what they were supposedly told, sometimes twice removed. So somebody told somebody who told them, and then they were testifying to that. It's a frightening notion, folks, to think the power of rumors, hearsay, and gossip can potentially have. And the public isn't aware of that.
Prosecution asks you about, do you know of any other murders in the neighborhood? I know about a whole bunch of murders in the neighborhood, but basically it's hearsay. So at this time, I didn't see Joey Calco for about 8 years. I did a prison term of 6 years. Joey Calco was on the street. Joey Calco, Tommy Reynolds was doing a lot of damage out there. Obviously, they committed a couple murders. They end up killing Paulie G. I have nothing to do with the Paulie G murder. I was in prison at the time. I would never, ever kill any of my own friends. That wasn't me. So me and Joey Calco corroborated a couple things. The Vincent Bickerman murder and just a lot of street bullshit. You know what I mean? Nothing I was involved.
Hi, let's play a game. I'm going to whisper one thing to my friend.
My girlfriend and I are having problems.
And my friend is going to do his best to pass the same message forward, one by one, to reach everyone in this human chain. But by the end of it, something crazy happens. My original whisper changes.
Oh my gosh, your girlfriend cheated on you?
This is the telephone game. It's a game that shows you exactly how gossip works, where anything you say to anyone will be modified. You say something to a friend, but your friend will say it differently because of human error.
They're about to break up.
Really?
Human bias?
His girlfriend left him.
Or because of human lies.
His girlfriend cheated on him.
And in no time, the fake message will spread around like wildfire and will lose its accuracy.
My girlfriend and I are having problems.
The telephone game is just a game for kids, but the idea behind it is very important.